Feed that comes into that conversation. Sometimes maybe even like Miquacho comes into that one. Barbos and Ratchet, neither of them are the fastest players at all, but they. Hey,
look, there's Ratchet.
Bro, he's staring into my soul, bro. Oh my god. So neither of them are the fastest players. That is not the conversation that we bring up when we bring up Barbos and Ratchet. But they are very consistent, and Barbos makes hardly any mistakes pre-identity. My God.
I meant to go back to analysing the game after that.
Yeah, I like what are we meant to say now? What?
I'm dying. I'm dying. Oh, look, it's back and forth and parkour and slowdown and agility dash. I'm shocked.
I can't wait for that to be clipped. Oh my God. It's just sure. I mean, well, this is such a normie lineup of maps.
Yeah, hey, Flip of Fate in map 7. Look, there's a good chance we get to map 7 in this match. So Flip of Fate, we could see it. It's not being seen particularly often. Even when it is there, it's usually map 6, map 7 itself, and we do not get there all that often. But HOMYNOTSUN taking on SCHWEINEAIM Racing. This is one that could go into the books. We've already had an incredible match tonight. Sprout and Exalty was much more of a banger than anyone was prepared to give it credit for in advance. If HOMYNOTSUN and SCHWEINEAIM Racing can even live up to the hype of that match, I will walk away from today a happy man.
Yeah, exactly. I'm already running out of energy. As I was saying earlier on, and this is absolutely nothing to do with what's going on today, but generally, for some reason, before a Trackmania broadcast, I always get less sleep than any other day. So, you know, look, hey, I'm throwing all my energy into this last series here, so I really do hope it is a banger to close things out, because then I am going to pass out immediately.
I'm so jealous. I was casting other Trackmania for hours in advance. I'm casting this Trackmania. I've made promises that my mouth has made promises that my self can't cash. I can't even speak phrases anymore. I don't
like the idea of your mouth making promises. I'm not gonna lie, but either way,
that's where the words come from, Twiggy.
yeah, among other things. Back and forth here, our first map here. And again, HOMYNOTSUN versus SCHWEINEAIM Racing. We're expecting this to be a banger. I can't wait.
We are looking forward to this one. It all starts with a single round, as it always does here on Back and Forth. World record by Pack on this one, and that is the correct world record because production always on the ball. As that is going to see how close we can get to this one. These players, they are going to push each other. Of that, you can be sure on this one. Good times to be expected in this match in general. It's Ratchet and Barbos who have the early lead.
Once again, I'm going to put out a PSA before we get going here too quickly that although Ratchet may be a very attractive man, we're focusing on the esports today and not the model-looking person in your at the bottom of your screen. So Ratchet out ahead so far. He's not just a pretty face. He's going to take it through to the end. It looks like Barbos just about gets second place. It's a matter of 500ths on that one, but SCHWEINEAIM Racing start out with an ace. We haven't seen one of those today.
Yeah,
well,
yes,
a first round ace, I mean.
No, listen, I understood you, Twiggy, and if Twitch chat didn't understand you, that's really on them more than anything else. They just need to get more time to get to know you, really. That's looked like an early mistake from Ratchet to start this one off. While he may have gotten a first to kick things away, he is now down in fourth, over a second behind everyone else. Barbos leads the way instead, and the question now becomes, can Barbos step up and deny the counter ace?
Yeah, well, where did Feed go? I'm not 100% sure. It looked like he slid out on that turn. Oh, no, there we go. He's still there. He slid out a little bit. Just tiny. Feed can have a little slide out as a treat. And he's right now behind his teammate, and Barbos out ahead this time around. Can he get first place just as Ratchet did last time? This time it doesn't look like it's going to be an ace, but at the very least, they can keep HOMYNOTSUN 3 points behind. Barbos with good speed entering that identity. A little bit of a wider line, and it catches up just a tiny bit, stays on his tail, but he's going to take a much wider line on that final turn. His teammate overtakes. Barbos gets a 58-3, a decent time, and it's a draw. SCHWEINEAIM Racing go to 4 points.
Yeah, 58-3, good enough to win both of our first two rounds here, and the second round, everyone else a lot further away from the first place driver, getting it. Ratchet again with an early mistake, will drop behind 5/10. His opening line just not quite dialed in yet on that first turn.
Yeah, well, so far he's been at the very least keeping up with everybody else despite those mistakes. Well, that's the thing. If you can keep it consistent towards the end, after that, you may be able to capitalize off a worse mistake from the other team. And so far, that's looking like the story. But Feed and Enna start out very quickly here on this third round. Can they keep that first and second position, bring it back to 4-4?
They'll be hoping so in this one, but Barboss may have something to say about it yet. And what he's saying is just shouting at their taillights in the distance, requesting a crash at the moment, because that is what would be necessary to get back into this one. Feed and Enner keeping it clean through the first couple of turns, heading towards the poles. We saw a dicey line from Enner last time around as he headed around the final corner. This time around, keeping it a little bit cleaner, was still quite wide.
Nice.
But it is good enough for a first and a second place and a tied match.
1/10 between the two players. Very good finish for them. And once again, we're not seeing the most insane times that we've ever seen on back and forth. We're just seeing good consistency as getting rounds for these teams. HOMYNOTSUN and SCHWEINEAIM Racing. It seems like the most consistent one wins in a battle of, well, a battle that SCHWEINEAIM Racing, I would say, have the upper hand on. But HOMYNOTSUN have been bringing the fight to them in that consistency ballpark.
Has been, and hey, Ratchet has made it out of the first turn without a clip this time around and is in contention for the rest of the map as a result, but it is very much only in contention as he is not in the lead. Enner has that title for the moment. A poor exit from Feed off of the bug slidey turns has dropped him a little ways back from the rest of the pack at the moment, a long way back. 7/10 down now on the rest of them. That's up to Enner to try and hold on to turn this one into, at the very least, a draw.
Barboss has a little more speed, takes a wider angle. That does give him slightly more speed on that little boost you get over towards that one. Enna takes first place, but not by too much. It's all going to come down to that final turn. He gets a good angle, but not as good an angle as Barboss. He stays out ahead, just about. It's another draw, and it stays 5-5.
Enner's line through the pillars is not as good as I think pretty much any of the other drivers here in the match. It compromises him going into that last turn. He ends up wider than everyone else every time so far. Still held on for a first place that time around, but it was closer than it should have been.
Yeah, the tighter you can get that line, the better, by a long way. It's not even, you know, like most turns, generally, you're going to see maybe people losing a tenth or two. Oh, my Feed, he's gone way, way, way out of there. That is an F1-esque incident there, incident, I mean. Ratchet and Barboss stay out in first and second place for now by a long way.
They are holding on to this lead, and with Enner also dropping away, this should being the operative word, be an ace for SCHWEINEAIM Racing, but nothing is guaranteed. Still have to get those cars across the line. Barboss and Ratchet into the backward section once more, and we'll jump on board Enner's car to see how he's going, to see how close he can get to them, see if there is a mistake up in front. CCC is what they're shouting. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh,
no way! Both of them crash! Enner snipes!
No way! Bro,
and it's a draw.
I'm sorry for everyone's ears there. That was genuinely the most insane thing I've ever seen.
It was identical crashes as well. They were too busy shouting "C" at each other in chat.
Both of them at the oh no, dude! I can't believe we just got a draw out of that round. I cannot believe that.
I said it needed to be an ace. I said it was going to be an ace. They've made fools out of me. I promised that. it was a Nualaoch guarantee that SCHWEINEAIM Racing were going to get an ace that round. And now look at me. Egg all over my face, Twiggy.
Oh dear. Somebody should wipe it off for you. Ratchet and Barboss in first and second place once again, but we know that that is not a done thing. That is not whatsoever a done thing. They can throw it away at any moment. Barboss and Ratchet, however, they stay out ahead. Feed right behind them, 3/10 back. All they need to do is keep it clean through to the very end, which seems to be a more difficult task than we thought earlier.
Yeah, Feed went deep on that one, got the early turnaround, but you get slightly less speed coming out of that. His inside line working out, gaining on Barboss. Ratchet holding the lead. Final turn, who gets inside? They're all following the same arc around that corner, and it is safe this time around for SCHWEINEAIM Racing. They get the ace that they were denied last time.
Oh, good. No problem whatsoever. One more point does it for them, and they got to that nice scoreline just the right time. And
1 point away from picking up the win as well on this. seeing if they can do it. HOMYNOTSUN, they are still on 6, and as a result, cannot deny the win. They can't, well, they can deny the win, but they cannot pick up a win themselves on this very round. So at least one ace needed here, and a little bit more work to do after that.
Yeah, Barbos falls back into 4th place, but not by an amount that he's going to be too worried about at this point. Enna and Feed keep close to Ratchet here. Ratchet just trying to get themselves 1 point. No matter where your teammate is, if you get 1st place, you guarantee yourself a point. But Feed does not want to let that happen. As we can see, this has been one of the fastest players so far over the whole Challengers League by median time. This time, Enna right next to him, neck and neck. And all they need to do is get this one done, and it's 9-9 on this one. Can Enna take a good line here? Not as good a line as Ratchet. Can Ratchet take it? No, he can't! It's a matter of 100th between them, but it's a massive ace for HOMYNOTSUN.
I'm going to be ill. That's too close. That is too close. Enner's line nearly cost them, but hey, credit to Enner. Every time we've called out that that line was a problem, it's in rounds that he has still stayed ahead, right? Yeah. It's just ended up being closer than maybe it should around that last corner. That's an issue. Ratchet with a horrible respawn further down the track. Barbos could draw it. Barbos could still draw it to bring us to overtime.
Tall order now. Enna is the one out ahead, which seems like not quite as a common thing as Feed out ahead. Oh, but he's definitely not going to be out ahead. Down he falls. Luckily, Ratchet is so far behind that he does not have to worry too much about that one whatsoever. But Barbos still needs to get 1st place here. Enna is going to try and hold him off on this one. It's a better angle in towards the identity, and he catches back up a little more time. Can Barbos keep that going? Can he just keep it going again? Enna, yes, we've said it so many times, but Barbos clips the wall, and Enna, it doesn't matter how bad that final line is, he gets through to the end, and it's a round win for HOMYNOTSUN to get them to 11-10 and take the 1st map.
Oh, Barbos needed to stay closer than that. It was not a bad enough mistake that he crashed on out, but it was bad enough to deny him any chance to snipe at the finish line. Enner and Feed will take down map 1. 11-10 is the final scoreline. And we move on to map 2. But this is, Twiggy, exactly the match we were hoping for. 11-10, it literally does not get closer than that.
Yeah, I think there may be a little bit of kicking yourself going on there for one of the teams involved that may have thrown away a really, really, really important ace. But well, we'll see how that continues. That may be a mental toll, I think, moving forward.
Yeah, the mental toll, exactly. It'll need to be paid at some point. Just move on from it somehow and keep going. And hey, when you're in the focus, and these players definitely are in the zone focusing at the moment, you have to imagine that by the end of the match, you'd probably be able to ask them about it, and they'd have to think for a second about back to what actually happened. Yeah,
exactly. Well, oh well, get it behind you. Here we go. HOMYNOTSUN now 1 map up by a margin of 1 point on that last map. Can they keep ahead on this one? Can they take away SCHWEINEAIM Racing's chance of staying within 1 map of them? Or will SCHWEINEAIM Racing bring it back and try to really contest for that 7-mapper here?
Of course, in the overall standings, SCHWEINEAIM Racing are currently sitting at 2-2. HOMYNOTSUN are sitting at 3-1. This is HOMYNOTSUN's chance to move up, join Alternate Attacks and Sprout in the group of teams that have guaranteed made it to playoffs at 4-1, or SCHWEINEAIM Racing's chance, the pigs, to drag their opponents back down into the mud with them.
That's not the correct direction.
And with Enner crashing out like that, things are getting a little bit muddy, at least in this round for SCHWEINEAIM. They are managing to keep their opponents there with them, and HOMYNOTSUN have to try and track this one down. Feed is watching, waiting for the mistake. It will be low from Barbos. Both of them, did they have to respawn? No, Barbos is there. Ratchet is alive. It was a respawn as well from Feed. Feed is neck and neck with Barbos. Feed will beat him to the line by absolutely nothing at all. And it means an ace denied, but SCHWEINEAIM Racing still pick up the round win.
Man, brilliant round from SCHWEINEAIM Racing in the end. Ratchet gets through very nicely. Barbos did have to respawn, but at the very least, man, it like 200th there, and it would have been an ace for them. But oh well, no harm, no foul. It's fine. It's only 1 round. We've got
some harm, some foul.
A little bit,
like
of
a single point.
1 point's worth of harm, sure. How much? What are we like? Is that like a 2 on the pain scale? Something like that?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
2. Okay, cool.
And it's crazy how quickly that scales, because the synchronized crashing into ace, like, that jumped all the way up to a 9 immediately.
Yeah, that's a 9, 100%. That is not able to concentrate, screaming in pain. That is exactly where we got to on that. On their
It is not linear scaling.
No, not whatsoever. Feed is out ahead this time. Enna, his wheel touches the edge there. Ratchet takes a little more speed through the jump, but that crashes him a little bit into the ramp area. Feed stays out ahead by just a little bit more. That's a pole, and Barbos once again has to respawn. Ratchet takes more speed through the jump. Can he go out ahead? Yes, he can! He steals it from Feed. It's a snipe at the finish line. Barbos will be able to take it third once again, and SCHWEINEAIM Racing move up to 4 points.
Yeah, good finishes on the rounds. They're just keeping it a little bit cooler through the identity at the moment. There's SCHWEINEAIM Racing. And that's important, right? When the mistakes are coming through from both sides, one mistake, especially in an identity like this, does not necessarily mean that the round is over. Your opponents will be making mistakes as well. And it has been SCHWEINEAIM getting that car across the line in third place each time. It has been SCHWEINEAIM sniping out first place as well. And as a result, they've gained themselves that 2-point lead. Yeah.
So SCHWEINEAIM Racing now affording themselves a little bit of breathing room. Not much. Obviously, you ace, you bring that all the way back for HOMYNOTSUN and put the pressure back on SCHWEINEAIM Racing. And so far, staying very clean through the first section of the map. Feed and Enna take first and second place.
Feed and Enner, they were in first and second place. Barbos is here to say something about it if he can. There he is. Yeah, just about an overtake through the low bobsleigh we go on. Barbos will find himself falling behind as he finds his wheels on something they shouldn't be. Feed will touch on the outside as well. He will just gain back. He doesn't have the gears though, and so will be slow. It's going to be a tight race to this line. Ratchet and Barbos, they may just find the ace out of this one yet. Barbos forward into first place. Ratchet side by side. They sail through the air. Pigs can fly. They find an ace and move to 7 points.
Man, someone put a carrot on a stick in front of them that round. That was insane. SCHWEINEAIM Racing with an ace and a beautiful time at that for both players. HOMYNOTSUN now down 5 points.
That's a big round. That's a big ace. That's SCHWEINEAIM Racing moving a long way in front. They dropped the first map, but they are straight back into it on the second.
Okay, well, all they need now is one more ace. They've done it before on this map. They've done it many times on this map. If I remember correctly, their parkour has been absolutely one of the best out of everybody. A lot of teams not clean on this map, especially on the identity. Barbos and Ratchet first and second, neck and neck as we move forward towards it once again. The bobsleigh, will it claim another life for SCHWEINEAIM Racing? Not this time around. They stay right next to each other once again.
Definitely being one of their comfort maps. Wasn't back in week one. Feed with a mistake uphill, and while he will still be gained, Ratchet dropped the gear on the way up the hill as well, and he is now falling a long way back. This could be a draw. It's up to Barbos to hold on to it. That's not going to hold on to it. That's really not good for Feed either. Who wins on the race to the line? Ender will land first. He should be able to get there first. Will do so. Ratchet in second, and now who's behind them? It is Barbos. It's a draw. HOMYNOTSUN move to 3. SCHWEINEAIM move up to 8, and a win is good enough for them from here.
Oh man, HOMYNOTSUN get themselves through to another round, but off the back of one of their players coming fourth, that is not a beautiful time to, a beautiful way to go into this one. At least you're affording yourself one more round in this map, but at this point, maybe you just go, okay, go next, and then think about, because a lot of energy is going to have to go into taking this one back. Once again, when you're down by 5 points, it takes an ace and then a lot of mental energy to keep SCHWEINEAIM Racing at bay as we move forward. HOMYNOTSUN again need to put on the afterburners here.
Really will need to be able to try and catch back up. It's going to be tough. They're going to need a lot of pace. Sometimes the obvious thing still needs to be said, Twiggy, you know? And sometimes it's true. Just like the fact that it is a full spin out there for Feed. He's going to drop a long way behind. Ratchet and Barbos looking to close this one out cleanly. Maybe even in style with an ace on the final round. Nope, never mind. That's going to be Barbos with a little bit of a crash of his own. But now the question is, can Ratchet still hold on? It looks like the answer is absolutely yes. He can enter to go across the line one more time. Barbos is there a long way in front. It's not clean, but he will crawl his way across that line. Feed will expertly dodge the cone of luck one more time to deny us anything to shout about, and it will be a victory for SCHWEINEAIM Racing. Strong time for Ratchet up at the front as well.
Yeah, I don't think anything about that map was clean whatsoever, but, well, parkour never really is. We don't usually see clean parkours at all, but SCHWEINEAIM Racing did what they needed to do. A 10-4 is absolutely what the doctor ordered going forward there, and they even up to one map apiece, which is absolutely perfect for the team. As we move forward, obviously, we were expecting this to be a very close series, but I think we are starting to understand why.
Yeah, it's exactly what we were kind of hoping for, right? We said that maybe this is the one that goes all the way to 7. I'm still not feeling unconfident about that. What's the word? There's a lot of words, and I don't know the right one right now, and I can't be blamed for that. It's slowdown. That's not the word I was looking for, but it is the name of the map, and an exciting map in general. Do enjoy this one an awful lot when we get to see it, which is always.
Yeah, I think everybody enjoys this one. It may not be the most thrilling, exciting identity out of all of them, but it always makes for a very close finish and
slow
a
burn.
Yeah, exactly.
A thriller.
Any mistake you make on this map can really come back to bite you, because it's very difficult to make up time in the identity. All you're going to be doing is putting pressure on the people in front of you and trying to make them fly off into the crowds or get some airtime.
Yep, very much psychological horror creeper of a map, as opposed to a lot of the other ones, higher wire octane thrillers that they are. And it's exciting as a result as well. We do love to see slowdown. We love to see what's about to happen in this next little bit as well. Feed leads the pack as we head on into this one. Anyone going for the route through the trees? Doesn't look like it. Feed caught airtime a little bit. He'll catch a lot more airtime on that jump as well. Still holding on somehow, but not holding on enough. Ratchet in the last race to the line will come out in first place. Enner takes second, and Barbos makes it a round win for SCHWEINEAIM.
Yeah, 56.79 is also a very good time. It's not quite, well, it's about 1.5 tenths from the current Challenger League best time, but that's a very good time nonetheless. We keep seeing that time improve and improve in the Challengers League. I think we've seen 3 different records in the past, maybe, what, like few weeks now at this point. So, yeah, very, very exciting to see how every player is improving so much at this map. For the time being, SCHWEINEAIM Racing take the lead once again and may just be able to throw back the momentum in HOMYNOTSUN's face.
If they can, it's going to take a bit of work still from here. I mean, always on slowdown. So often we see all 4 players heading towards the identity together. Definitely feels like a higher incidence rate of that compared to almost any other map. Maybe just because the players practice it more than any others, because it's fun.
Ooh.
Heading in though, Ratchet will drop back a little bit, and it is now Glass. Barbos. Glass was in the last match. It's Barbos who's looking to get to the line instead. He is going to be just behind. It's airtime. Barbos allowed to slip through, and he needs no second invitation.
Not whatsoever. Enner takes a tiny bit of airtime, just a tiny bit, and that is the pressure that you can put on players that are contesting for first and second place there. Whoever, you know, keeps their cool the most towards the end is going to be the one taking home that first place, and SCHWEINEAIM Racing stay 1 point ahead as we move forward. Oh dear, that's an early mistake from Enner.
You don't love to see that. The hero of the last round in many ways was Barbos there, and he is looking to put the pressure on Feed this time around, trying to regain, trying to catch back up. It's Feed racing away from the pigs, and I gotta tell you, I really don't want to ever find myself in a situation where 2 pigs are trying to hunt me down.
No? Do you want to give me, do you want to back that up with a zoology fact as to why they...
Yeah, pigs are scary.
Your zoology fact of the week is pigs are scary.
Yes.
Great. Love that for us. Feed is leading from Barbos, leading from Ratchet, leading from Enner by significant margins for each player here. But Barbos and Ratchet catching back up at this point. A little more speed from Barbos. He could take first place away from Feed, but Feed gets there just in time. It's another draw.
It's another draw. It's another tight finish as well. Barbos less than a tenth behind Feed on the round, and Ratchet then a little ways behind that. A couple of mistakes creeping in for Ratchet on Enner on that last round. And the match slips away. The map slips away. Draw by draw. We're now at a point where SCHWEINEAIM with an ace would move to within track point. HOMYNOTSUN still a little bit away from that, but we're getting to a point where a couple of explosive rounds will close things out for us here.
Yeah, seems that way now. Feed and Enner looking to put on the afterburners. They take first and second place, but Ratchet has got a beautiful line through there, takes back that time. And you really don't think so many of the times that a specific line is going to help you early map, but it seems like when you're vying for tenths, vying for hundredths, moving towards the end of slowdown, a really, really, really good line, maybe a risky line, can be absolutely instrumental in your effort to getting that done. Feed and Enna, first and second as they move forward. All they need to do, keep this position, and they retake the lead from SCHWEINEAIM Racing. But Barbos and Ratchet are right on their tails, and they're going to pounce directly on them. Enna stays ahead of Ratchet just about. Forces the round win. It's 5-5, and once again, it's going to be an incredibly close one. And a brilliant time. Was that a world record?
I missed it.
56-4-2. That was a new world record again.
Yeah. It's a new world
Pack
record.
is losing times left, right, and centre. Pack is
getting
moulding right now. Pack is absolutely moulding.
I'm sorry, Pack. You're being kicked out. He's gone. He's no longer good enough for the Grand League. We are demoting. No, wait, I can't say. We can't say that, Twiggy. He's the British and Irish Trackmania representative in the Grand League. We're not demoting Pack.
Okay, well, he's lost 2 world records to Challenger League players today, so I don't know. Look, you can't fight the numbers here. I'm not sure. Oh my God, Ratchet and Barbos trying to fight back against world record holders now. HOMYNOTSUN. I like how he got rid of the world record at the top.
Yeah,
last time it stayed
gone
up there despite the fact it was outdated. It's gone. Pack, get out of here. We've got a new
Look
leader.
at this race, Twiggy. Look at how
My
tight
God,
this
it's
is.
so close.
Feed is going to the line. Ratchet will outrun him by 11 thousandths of a second to make it a draw. And we are still on 6-6.
Oh my God, guys, please. Why is today... We were like, okay, so we saw the matches that were up today, and we were like, should be relatively one-sided for most of them, I feel like. Nah, you know what? Nah, all good. You want screaming? You want drama? Hey, always in Trackmania, always. It doesn't matter how one-sided the games look like they're going to be. It genuinely does not matter. Oh, no. Bye-bye. Feed, you may have just set a world record, but you are not there anymore.
Well, my prediction from here on out is that somehow Enna turns this into another draw. That just seems to be the day for it. On the other hand, SCHWEINEAIM, they are in prime position to take a lead at a very, very important part of this map, as they do now hold first and second, heading towards the identity on this one. An ace would set them up very nicely indeed to win this map, to move to 2-1 on the match. Here we go. Enna is launching himself over these hills. Ratchet and Barbos are trying to catch back up. Enna, he launched himself a little too hard. Icarus has flown too close to the sun, and SCHWEINEAIM Racing will pick up the ace.
Let's call that a hopeful line. At best, I feel like there's no
optimistic
way that was going any other way than into the sky, but oh well. And look, I appreciate the effort to try and get back that time on SCHWEINEAIM Racing, but it does give them that. Man, it's been 3 times today that the scoreline has been this. Oh my God. SCHWEINEAIM Racing get to 9 points. All they need now, a draw. HOMYNOTSUN need that ace right here, right now.
That's it. That's all they're allowed to do at this point. And Ratchet, the man in the driver's seat to try and deny them, he is holding on to that lead, and it will very much
wait, it wasn't Feed.
be on Ratchet to get it done at the moment for SCHWEINEAIM Racing. It is one man versus the world. HOMYNOTSUN have all the advantages.
And for a second, I thought it was Feed again. We've seen world record go to bonk immediately so many times this time around. But Feed is staying in first place, is trying to keep Ratchet back from taking first, but Enna does need to catch up. And so far, well, we saw last round, he does not have a great line through this one. He has to release a little bit, falls back further from Ratchet. Ratchet trying to get first place. Doesn't matter if you do, but he might just go ahead and get it anyway. SCHWEINEAIM Racing get 1 point out of the round, but that's all they need.
Great round again. The times have been fast. Very, very fast indeed, all day long. No exception here in what is the deciding round for the final time on Slowdown tonight. SCHWEINEAIM Racing pick up the map 10-8. Close matches. Close maps 2-1 to SCHWEINEAIM Racing. Would not be shocked, Twiggy, to see HOMYNOTSUN strike right back.
Yeah, no, look, we've seen literally everything today, I feel like. We've seen an ace turn into a draw off the back of 2 synchronized crashes. We've seen 2 world records. 2, count them, 2 world records today in the Challengers League. I think, yeah, anything can happen.
Yeah, 2 world records, a couple of more Challenger League records as well. The spreadsheet I came into today with, horribly outdated already.
Yeah, so already outdated. It took 3 hours. It's gone in the mud. Yeah,
thank you, Lava, for putting that one together. Looking forward to having you updated for next week. It's
literally
the players are making.
Changed.
They're just making his job harder. It's just unfair of them.
Yeah, well, an update. Aero Pipes and Slowdown now with new world records, not just Challenger League records. World records set by Dexter and Feed respectively, but we're going to move forward and look towards the future. It's agility dash time.
It is agility dash time. Who will be out? Who will be dashing? I can answer the second question. It's Ratchet, and he is out to that lead at the moment as well. That was horrible. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. Fine. Keep it up. It's all good.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
absolutely. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Ratchet, he was out to that lead. Feed instead has it now. There goes Enner on a charge. What a line through that section. Barbos will drop a little ways back instead. As we're in the middle of the map, we're into a couple of speed slide sections. And we'll see where we land as we head towards the back half of the map.
Feed contesting with Ratchet there for first place. With good speed through the turn, but doesn't quite catch up to Barbos. Everybody close to each other now, 5/10 separating all players here, but Ratchet stays out ahead once again. SCHWEINEAIM Racing, can they take that momentum that they have built over the last two maps and make it work for them? They definitely can if Feed takes some airtime and clips his wheel on the turn right after it. Ratchet and Barbos in first and second place, out by a second already. Can they just keep it clean through the identity? Let's see. Ratchet stays out ahead, loses a lot of speed, but he has not fallen off just yet. Enna trying to catch up. Barbos has caught back up to Ratchet, but it's clean from both of them. Very clean from both of them. 200 separate them at the finish line. But all that mattered was they got the job done.
Higgs sitting very comfortably with his friends around a campfire. That's
let's not encourage more emotes.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Got
okay,
two of those. We've got two
everyone
of those.
Forget what I just said. Absolutely fine. But do not forget that SCHWEINEAIM Racing have picked up an ace here in round one. HOMYNOTSUN certainly won't, as they are now under the gun. It's been a very close match. It's been tight. It's been back and forth. But with that said, if SCHWEINEAIM Racing do pick up this map here, then it gets incredibly difficult for HOMYNOTSUN.
It does indeed. SCHWEINEAIM Racing now with that ace in hand, looking to take the map away quickly rather than slowly. Ratchet and Barbos right out ahead. And it looks like Feed is going to be the one once again contesting for this one. Enna taking safer lines, falling back a little further. Generally, he's very good on this identity in terms of just getting through it unscathed. But that doesn't matter if Barbos and Ratchet keep through unscathed and are well ahead of you by the time they get to it.
Yeah, they are well ahead is maybe a relative term. Less than a tenth now is Feed with the speed drifts. Caught a lot of time back up in the middle of the track there. But it is still clean from Barbos and Ratchet. That part has not changed as they do hold on to their lead.
Yep, Feed falls a little further back, a little bit of an awkward turn. Not a mistake, but not quite as quick as Barbos and Ratchet moving forward, and he falls back to his teammate here, Enna, right behind. It's very, very close from all players. That could all go wrong for anybody into the identity. We know Barbos and Ratchet like to take a wider entry into it, so they have less speed moving forward, but they're a little more consistent. Enna stays close, Feed stays close, Barbos and Ratchet trying to hold them off. It's another very tight round from both of them. It's a tight round from everybody. It's beautiful, but SCHWEINEAIM Racing, they get the ace.
What a great time that is as well. A low 129 is a tenth off the current Challenger League record on this map as well. SCHWEINEAIM were both within 7 thousandths of each other and about a tenth away from that time. They are quick. Enner is not going to be quick on this round. We'll see him eventually, probably towards the end of the map when everyone else has finished and we jump back to see where he is. But for the moment, there is still a race going on up here at the front, and Feed is still looking to score HOMYNOTSUN's first point of the map.
Well, Ratchet, as per usual, staying out ahead for the start of the map. Barbos drops back to third, but not by much whatsoever, and has a little more speed through the plastic. May just bring a little more through to the full speed section of the map. Very short section, but you can gain a lot of time off the good speed slide here. But Barbos falls a little further back and can't quite catch up that time. Feed may just be able to bring his team a point.
We'll be looking for that first point. It's not much of a consolation if you're still falling further behind, but it would be a small consolation. It would be not very fun to get completely shut out here on Agility Dash for HOMYNOTSUN at the moment, who have not been driving slowly. Their times last round were good. It just wasn't good enough against the SCHWEINEAIM Racing, who are on fire at the moment, and they are still looking quick through this one. It's up to Feed to be the quickest through this identity.
Generally, he has been the quicker player through this one, but he takes riskier lines. He may just crash on this one. He takes first place here from Ratchet. Ratchet is trying to catch back up. A wheel clips, but Feed takes first place with a 129.0. A beautiful time. And it looks like Enna's still struggling to catch up, but Ratchet and Barbos, they force the draw and stay well ahead.
That's still very quick from SCHWEINEAIM. Feed had to level up his racing in that round just to beat them out, and it was not by much. SCHWEINEAIM Racing, it's only a draw. The lead remains at 6 points, but they are an ace away from a win at the moment, from moving up to 3 maps. And things becoming very difficult for HOMYNOTSUN in the rest of the match.
Should all be over so quickly here on this map, done in a blink of an eye. HOMYNOTSUN left with no chance to try and bring it back, left reeling at a 1-3 series scoreline if SCHWEINEAIM Racing get the ace right here, right now. And they've got a lot of rounds to get that one done. They've got 6 points in hand away from HOMYNOTSUN. All they need to do is keep at bay some aces from them, and they'll get to the finish line no matter what. And Ratchet and Barbos are not taking prisoners. They're first and second right now. They're driving very fast, staying well ahead of HOMYNOTSUN before they get to the identity. And their identity, neither of them have made a mistake so far.
Nope, they have been clean. Feed, it has to be said, has been very, very quick through this section of the map, and it will be straight back onto Barbos' tail as well. May even get the overtake done. In fact, Barbos just falls a long way behind, and Ratchet is under pressure as well here. So, SCHWEINEAIM Racing, while they were sitting 1-2, that ace is not to be unless something spicy happens in the identity, which, yeah, probably will.
Oh, I think Enna may have just dropped further back. Well, not by too much. It's not too bad, but Ratchet and Barbos are now in first and second place. Feed, no, that's a light post. He's going back, and Ratchet and Barbos are given free reign to try and take an ace here. All they need to do is keep it as clean as they have in the last 4 rounds, and it's looking like it may just be another victory for them. It's 10-1.
That is huge. Such a close match for the first 3 maps. We get onto map 4 and SCHWEINEAIM Racing say, I'm done playing with you. 10-1. They knock them out in, what was that, 4 rounds? 4 rounds, yeah. We got a Agility Dash.
Yeah, I mean, that's, look, that is so clean. Unbelievably. I don't think we've seen an Agility Dash that is that clean on the identity from any team so far. So that's absolutely brilliant from SCHWEINEAIM Racing. That's exactly what they need moving forward to their match point.
And here we go then. It is match point. It is 3 maps in a row match point as well. HOMYNOTSUN have a lot of work to do if they do want to win this match from this point. We'll head to Freestyle. This is the first of them. This is the first chance for SCHWEINEAIM Racing to take a big win. And we talked a lot about game difference tonight as well. SCHWEINEAIM Racing picking up a win this big, 4-1 potentially, over HOMYNOTSUN. That could be implications for the standings come end of season.
Yeah, that could be absolutely brilliant. SCHWEINEAIM Racing were one of the few teams that were towards the top of the leaderboard that weren't on a 3-1. 2 teams have already guaranteed their place in the playoffs. And, well, in Sprout and Alternate Attacks so far. HOMYNOTSUN were going to be able to do that if they won this series out. SCHWEINEAIM Racing are stopping that from happening and maybe taking their position. And keep in mind that first and second seed are still up for grabs, technically. We've got 2 Playdays left to go after this. You could still, oh my, you could still take that back. We'll come back to that in a second.
Yeah, Feed will not be coming back for a little while anyway. Crashing that ring checkpoint that badly is, it's going to drop you a few seconds. Unfortunately, we'll see if Enner can make his way back in. Breaks a lot later than Barbos on that one. Rewarded for it as well, as you will overtake Barbos into that first jump. But Barbos is still there, is still threatening. Ratchet is behind in case anyone falls off this last wall. Enner cleanly through, lower as well, and will finish in first place, as Barbos and Ratchet come home for a second and third and a tie in the round 1.
And it says, I am not giving up whatsoever. HOMYNOTSUN open, this time not with an ace to SCHWEINEAIM Racing, but with a point in their favor. Now, all they need to do is keep up the pressure, and Feed needs to not bonk the ring, and that may just bring them back into this series. SCHWEINEAIM Racing, all they need to do is take it across the finish line. HOMYNOTSUN fighting for much more than that.
Yeah, and again... I've been saying it all match long, and it continues to be true. Nice times being set at the top there, within a 10th, I believe, of the current Trackmania Challenger League record to kick things off, and hopefully setting the tone of more good racing to come here. That's not exactly what Ratchet would want. Catches a wheel on the outside. That no steer heading into that block. It's punishing. No chance to realign yourself if you get it wrong a couple of seconds back. And it will mean Ratchet sent a long way down.
It's a heartbreaker. You can see it coming from not quite literally a mile away, but something like that. Feed and Enna are now looking for an ace to try and bring back SCHWEINEAIM Racing's point. Here. Oh my god, and Enna has more speed. Barbos stays in second place just about, but has less speed into the wall climb. Enna overtakes. Barbos has to take a very, very safe line through that one. A lot of height on that. Loses him a lot of speed. And Feed and Enna just cruise through to a first and second. Holding hands right at the end. It's a good time from both of them. And Barbos and Ratchet have no way of getting back into that one.
Oh, do you smell it in the wind? That's map 5,
Sniffer.
map 6 approaching. Well, I actually wasn't even thinking about Sniffer, but I suppose you are absolutely correct in that regard. It's a strong ace from HOMYNOTSUN. Another good round win here. An ace would be great. A round win would start to feel like this map is getting beyond reach for SCHWEINEAIM Racing. It's up to them to pull something back.
Yeah, and look, although you have 2 maps in hand, you just don't want to let it slip at this point. Not only is the map differential, as we were talking about earlier, a big factor in where you're going to place in seeding in playoffs more than likely. You really just don't want to give HOMYNOTSUN any opening into this series once again. You've got yourself to this point. Just get it done.
Yeah, just get her done. Get it done in 5 would be the way to go, if possible, for SCHWEINEAIM Racing. This is an opening back into the map for them and a chance to shut the door on the match. Ratchet and Barbos will be racing Enner to this line, and Enner is without support for the moment. And, well, so is Barbos. Enner will be taking first place for the time being as he heads towards the second jump. Barbos and Ratchet, both of them fail on the way to the line. Enner is uncontested, cruises into first place, and at best, this is going to be a draw for SCHWEINEAIM.
Enna is a giga chad on this map. My lord. Dude just does not take prisoners. Jesus.
No, does not. And hey, it's a draw.
Yeah. I mean, look.
Nice.
Hey, maybe you're not, extending your lead, but at the same time, it doesn't matter if Feed makes mistakes if Enna just keeps getting first place.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why Scandir is a little bit of a cheat code at times for alternate attacks, right? Fast and consistent. If you can nail down first place consistently, then your teammate can kind of do whatever, and you get a second, sometimes a third, sometimes every. Just mixing up aces with draws. As long as you're not losing rounds, you literally cannot lose.
Yep. Well, SCHWEINEAIM Racing still only 3 points behind. Very much a doable affair for them. And it looks like this time they're coming in with a little more confidence in this round. They're staying close to Enna. Feed that falls back just a little further. They know that there is not a massive amount of consistency on the HOMYNOTSUN side when it comes to this map. Enna seems to be doing well so far, but Feed, as we can see, flies out to the side, loses a little bit of time. Ratchet gets out ahead. Barbos has fallen back. They need points here, SCHWEINEAIM Racing. They can't let HOMYNOTSUN get further ahead.
They will need to try and catch back up now. I mean, hey, it's an identity. It could happen. Enner will take the lead again and has been very quick indeed with Feed there as well. This is potentially HOMYNOTSUN looking for another ace, looking to move to 8 points up to Ratchet, trying to deny. Great transition from Ratchet. Will make it through into the line for a second place. Deny the ace, and HOMYNOTSUN, they'll have to settle for 7 points overall.
Yeah, it's not perfect, but SCHWEINEAIM Racing at the very least stop an ace from happening and stop pretty much an inevitable track point in this round. Oh, Barbos, really not a good place to spin out. Really not a good place to lose grip there. SCHWEINEAIM Racing now, well, I mean, they need a second place at least from Ratchet here.
That's the hope. That's the need for SCHWEINEAIM Racing. They still have a couple of maps in hand. Look, they can afford to drop a map, but every map you don't close it out could come back to bite you when it comes time for playoffs seeding. So, Ratchet trying to deny the round win, trying to deny the immediate map win from SCHWEINEAIM, and it's a good jump through the ring. Ratchet will drop out very quickly. A slightly better lineup from Enner on the exit, and he will try to catch back up, but he goes wide on the outside there. Seems to have a better gear than Ratchet, who was moving a little bit slower up that dirt hill there, and that means Ratchet will be close, nearly tied with Enner as they enter this identity, and Ratchet will dip his inside wheel into that hole. Has to go for the 360 just to make the jump. Feed and Enner, they are cruising. They are safe to line. Nope. Enner will fall off and Ratchet will keep us alive on Freestyle.
Enner, who has not really made a mistake on this identity at all, who has been putting together the best transitions here that we've seen for a long time on Freestyle, decides to give SCHWEINEAIM Racing another chance. All good, but now they do need 2 aces in a row.
Yeah, nothing else will do it, and 2 aces in a row will just secure the map for them. A spicy way to end it. It would be, absolutely. As the inside line not quite paying off for them, has not been paying off, and you can see with the speed that you get through this long section before the drift, Feed and Enter will regain and catch all the way back up. Even almost provides them the better setup before this turn here. It all comes back to one early turn.
Well, HOMYNOTSUN don't want to let SCHWEINEAIM Racing back into this one. Barbas and Ratchet staying close, but close is not good enough. HOMYNOTSUN looking to just get 1 point out this round, but it looks like they may just want to take 3 as well. Feed and Enna stay out ahead. Enna with more speed may just overtake Barbas. Barbas takes a higher line, is going to have less speed into the turn, but stays in second place for the time being. Can Enna keep it clean? Can he get them an ace? At this point, it doesn't even look like SCHWEINEAIM Racing have a chance of keeping themselves alive in this map. But it's all up to Feed. Can he get this jump done? Yes, he can. No problem whatsoever. Enna does not quite take home second place, but it doesn't matter whether by an inch or a mile. HOMYNOTSUN take map 5.
That was a 107.8.
Wait, really? Wait, is that another world record? Another?
Was I looking in the right place? Was he tied the world record?
Tied the... Sure. Yeah, okay. You know, I'm just going to leave at this. What's the point? What's the point?
Pack is absolutely mudded, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's... Pack has been absolutely done by Challenger League today. What happened? What actually happened to the Challenger League between weeks 4 and 5?
I don't understand. Why are we casting Grand League now?
Yeah, we've been upgraded. Twiggy, congratulations on your promotion.
Thank you. Hold on. I just needed to close my door.
Left.
I just needed to close my door. All
okay,
good.
yeah.
All good. I don't want my neighbors. Because, look, we've been pretty loud today. I'm not going to lie.
You could congratulate me back, Twiggy.
Oh, congratulations on your promotion to Grand League.
Oh, thank you, Twiggy. That's very nice of you. I really appreciate it. Unprompted as well, of course. Hey, this is going to be a map 5.
It really
no,
is.
Map 6.
It is one of...
It's going to be map 6.
Has been one
it's
of the
going
Playdays
to be,
of all time.
Yeah,
it really has.
That was one of the map 5s of all time. This is one of the map 6s of all time. That was one of the turns of all time from Ratchet. Not one of the best ones either. He will drop 4 seconds behind at the moment.
Oh.
And this is a map 6 that it wasn't guaranteed that we would get to see.
Yeah.
I mean, map 7 at this point, if HOMYNOTSUN get off to a decent start and Ratchet with a mistake like that early on the map, might give you a little bit of hope.
I mean, look, so harking back to the Challengers League, Grand League differences here is there's 2 metrics that we you know, kind of judge them by, right? Grand League, are they more consistent? Are they faster? So far, it's been both. Right now, it's looking like Challengers League is definitely on the same plane as them when it comes to speed. It's just the consistency now that these players lack a little bit more over the Grand League players, but it's getting better week over week. Not for Feed, however. Enna stays out in first place, but Barbas will take home second, no problem. Will Ratchet get back up? I don't think he's close enough. Oh, yes, he is. He overtakes Feed. That's what happens when you make a mistake on the identity here. On the Slippy, slides as a draw to start things off.
Just a very comfortable little draw to kick things off here. As hey, I appreciate it. I think we all needed a chance to catch our breath on this one. It has been a long day filled with world records.
This is... I'm pretty sure Pack... Oh, wait, no. Pack has 2 world records left, and this is one of them. I think he has back and forth left and this one now.
He still had freestyle left. It was tied, not beaten.
Oh yeah, tied.
To be fair,
okay, so he hasn't
and
lost
he was the first one to set it.
Yeah,
so he is still the world record holder on freestyle, but he won't be by the end of Slippy slides.
Whoa, okay. That's... Are you saying for certain now that we're going to get a new world record here on Slippy Slide?
Oh, because to be fair, that would be an insane take.
Yeah, that would be a genuinely unhinged take, I feel like. Enna and Barbas now contesting for first place. Ratchet and Feed have dropped back to third and fourth.
They will drop behind for the time being, as Barbas will get a wiggly little exit to that corner as well, allowing Feed back into second place. Enner and Feed looking to pick up an ace on this map, but it's a Slippy Slides identity, and that is far from guaranteed. Enner and Feed through the first corner they go, through the second corner they go. Barbas gaining on Feed. This one is going to be tight at the line, but Feed with the better line will get there first. An ace for HOMYNOTSUN.
We go on and we just keep going. HOMYNOTSUN, again, I said, you know, you let them in just a little bit, they're going to take a mile. And HOMYNOTSUN, they have now put themselves ahead in this next game, and they're looking to make things even in the series. SCHWEINEAIM Racing were not able to close it out when it really mattered, and now HOMYNOTSUN have been given a chance to get back in.
You open the door, and all of these teams, every Challenger League team, is good enough to make you pay for it if you cannot close it out in time. HOMYNOTSUN especially, up against SCHWEINEAIM Racing. Definitely two teams fighting in the middle of the table at the moment. Outside chance that either of these teams could still be in the top two come the end of league play when it comes time to seed into that upper bracket. And big wins here, big comeback plays, keeping cool under the pressure. It all starts with that, and HOMYNOTSUN bringing us to a map 7. They have the 3-point lead at the moment. They have the potential round win in hand at the moment as well. Can they hold on to it though? Will SCHWEINEAIM Racing force that hand open? Will they be able to pry it away from them?
Feed is setting a great time so far, not giving SCHWEINEAIM Racing a way into this. Oh man, wow, what an inside line. Oh my god, and Rakshit as well takes an even further inside line and takes away first place. Feed was in first, now he's in fourth. Not off the back of a mistake, just off the back of brilliant driving from everyone else. Rakshit and Barbos take first and second in towards the identity. Enna and Feed struggling now to keep up. Barbos goes on a little holiday, and Enna and Feed take third and second. Rakshit brings home first, no problem whatsoever, with a great time once again. And, oh my god, it's another draw, but HOMYNOTSUN keep their 3-point lead.
I mean, it's a good time, but like,
is it a world record though, so what's the point?
Like, honestly,
still
am I getting a little bit spoiled? Yeah,
just
like,
saying.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time. 4
You know?
Come on, do better, guys, do better. Honestly.
Yeah, we're definitely getting a little bit spoiled at the moment. World records abound in the Challenger League, and at the moment, SCHWEINEAIM Racing, a decent start to this one. They have not let HOMYNOTSUN any further out. That is most definitely a mistake from Feed, who will now be a long, long way behind on that checkpoint. And it still holds on at the moment, though. We could still be on pace for another draw. It could still be HOMYNOTSUN keeping this lead at 3, but two members of SCHWEINEAIM Racing within range of Enner could turn this run into a win, even into an ace, if there's a single mistake.
Well, last map, Feed made a lot of mistakes. Enner made up for almost all of them, coming first place when his teammate was down in the dumps. Barbos, however, takes first place in towards the identity. Can Enner catch back up? It's going to take some heroics now. He's already fallen back 4 tenths. Barbos with a really good line and a lot of speed. He looks like he's going to take first place here, barring a slide out. But there, oh no, that's not good. Rakshit may just get there in time. Where's Rakshit? It's fine. Okay, he had to respawn as well. All good, all good, all good.
Okay, safe. Wait, does that mean that is Feed ahead of Rakshit? Surely not. Yes, he is.
Oh no.
Turns into a draw. Draw snatched from the victories of Deceit by HOMYNOTSUN on that one. Barbos did a lot of good work up at the front as well, but it was not to come to anything ultimately, as we still have a 3-point lead coming off the back of an early ace from HOMYNOTSUN.
Yep, SCHWEINEAIM Racing still just trying to keep up, now 1 ace away from making it level, which is starting to get to the point where you're now worrying about how close HOMYNOTSUN are towards that track point, worrying about how close they are to evening up this series, worrying that if they have won 2 maps in a row, they may just they may just feel confident enough to take that last map. Feed, once again, finds a wall.
Yeah, not exactly where you want to put your car in general, either in Trackmania or in real life. Life advice with Nualaoch and Twiggy. Yeah, I've been the master of obvious takes tonight, and I'm not going to slow down now. HOMYNOTSUN will be looking to turn this one into another draw, because again, that does feel maybe even like the best they can hope for. With that said, Slippy slides identity, definitely the most punishing identity we have in terms of time loss if you slide out. So Feed, within 6 seconds, could still catch back up if either of the SCHWEINEAIM players do make a large enough mistake here. Enner on track to try and keep up. It could even still be the 8th for SCHWEINEAIM. It's up to Enner to try and deny. Barbos and Ratchet. It's a draw!
Oh my god, Enner with the clutch potential there. So much pressure from both Rakshit and Barbos. They had better lines throughout that whole identity, but Enner just pulls together a really, really tight line on that final jump, brings back that place. Brilliant, and Feed is going to be thanking his lucky stars he chose this teammate.
Yeah. Yep, that's true. Fair enough. At the moment, Enner has been clutching up massively for HOMYNOTSUN in the last few rounds, and with draw after draw after draw after draw, we are now at a 7-4 scoreline. SCHWEINEAIM Racing, it is rare that you see a team get to 4 points entirely through draws, and that's all they have.
Yeah. Well, HOMYNOTSUN now only need an ace to close things out in this map. Bring us to map 7. A rare sight in the Challengers League so far. May just be yet to happen. Feed and Enna in first and second place. A little more speed from Barbos gets him a little closer to that second position, but he loses back out on that time on the dirt turn. Feed and Enna first and second. Can they maintain that position?
They'll have to hope so, because this could be it again. While we've been saying that SCHWEINEAIM, you don't want to give HOMYNOTSUN a way back into this match, HOMYNOTSUN do not want to give SCHWEINEAIM a way back into this map. And they are looking to close the door here firmly once and for all. Feed and Henner through the first two. Henner got very close to that wall, but he keeps his car out of it. It will be an ace. It will be a 111.3 for Feed at the same time. That is absurd. That was, I believe, we did set a new Slippy Slides record coming into today.
It's a three-way tie for the world for the Challengers League record between Ratchet, Complex, and Feed. They now all have 111.304s. All of them. 3 people with the same time in the Challengers League. 3.
What do you mean we have 3 people tied in the Challenger League on 111.304 on Slippy
and Feed all have 111.304s to tie for the Challengers League.
Like, that's just... It's just kind of stupid, honestly.
Well, it's not, you know, there's no reverse sweep possible, but it definitely does feel that way for HOMYNOTSUN.
It feels very reverse sweepy.
Yeah,
I mean,
does.
The actual reverse sweep, I've said it multiple times, and I'm going to keep saying it just because whatever does happen, it gives me a license to lose my goddamn mind. I don't think the reverse sweep will happen in this format. I think it's just a very, very tall ask. But this is the next best thing then. Coming back from 3-1 down to manage to win 3 in a row, I mean, is huge.
No matter what happens, today has been the best day of Challengers League we've ever seen. Like it's insane the amount of records that we've got. New Challengers League records all over the place. 2 new world records as well. Unreal. Actually, no, sorry, 3. One of them tied. Unbelievable.
And we get to finish things off on Flip of Faith. One of the most elusive maps here in the Challenger League has barely been played at all. In fact, it has been played once when Exalti beat BS Plus competition on the map. Neither of these teams have shown a time yet on this one. Will we be seeing any more records set or broken? Decent odds, I would say, Twiggy.
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't put it past any of them whatsoever. Ratchet now out in the lead ahead of Feed. That was very, very cool. Both of them looking to take good lines on this one. Feed, I'm not sure what happened to Ratchet. It wasn't a low line, it wasn't a high line. He just didn't have enough speed whatsoever. Feed takes first place. He's going to take that easily. And Enna goes into second. Can he finish it off nicely? Oh, good jump to finish things off. There's a wheel clip, but it's just enough. It's very good from HOMYNOTSUN, and it looks like it's very likely that they're going to be taking this one back.
That's an ace. That's HOMYNOTSUN with 2 maps in a row under their belt, looking to take a third and looking to take the match. Current world record on this map, the 103.828. The Challenger League record is a very aesthetically pleasing, maybe less pleasing if you're of a certain religious persuasion, 0.666 behind that world record at the moment.
Yeah, well, look. Hey, it's the first round. You never know what's going to happen. Feed has been pumping out world records like it's nobody's business today. I didn't think I'd be saying that after Dexter was the one to get a world record. I didn't think I'd be saying somebody put up a more impressive standard for the world records at this point. Enna and Feed out in first and second place. It looks like the sleeper map for them was Flip of Faith. Maybe they'll be picking it more often. Well, they've never picked it. Maybe they will pick it moving forward, because
maybe someone will ever pick it.
Yeah, maybe somebody will actually pick it at some point. Feed and Enna first and second. Ratchet takes a very good jump. It's really good. He takes back second place. Feed just about stays out ahead. Enna with a very good last jump, but Ratchet does take that second with 2 risky jumps. Gets ahead of Feed, gets them 1 point on the board.
And that is already a much faster round than the first round was on the map. Enner improving by about a second over the previous round there. And HOMYNOTSUN 5-1, an ace and a win on Flip of Fate, and all of a sudden, Twiggy, they're doing it. Yeah. This is it. They are making the comeback real.
And we mentioned it earlier on, but it was when SCHWEINEAIM Racing were 3-1 up in the series. HOMYNOTSUN, they win this series, they guarantee themselves a place in the playoffs. They guarantee it.
Yeah.
Nobody can overtake them. They don't drop down to 7th no matter what happens. But this time, SCHWEINEAIM Racing not giving it up so easily in first and second place are Barbos and Rakshit.
This would be such an important ace, bringing the map back within. Even a win here does not feel as big, you know, going to 3 while your opponents move to 6 versus 5 and 4. It's big. So was that mistake. Ratchet will drop a long way down the field, and Barbos, the weight of the world lands on his shoulders, and he needs to not shrug right now because Barbos is carrying it. It's a good first jump through to the second one. It's not a good second jump.
He's gonna get overtaken.
It's going to be an ace. Feed and Enner will move HOMYNOTSUN to 8 points. SCHWEINEAIM Racing will have to remain content with 1, as this is now feeling beyond reach. The comeback all but secured. It is all over but the celebrations.
That is the difference maker. Barbos and Rakshit both go for very risky flips, very risky jumps on those ones. And the risk you run by doing that, yes, you're maybe able to overtake the players that are in front of you, but you're gonna smash your car into a wall if you're not careful, and that is what has happened there, and that is a massive difference. And HOMYNOTSUN out of nowhere get an ace. They are 2 points away from not only the map victory, but the series victory, where they were down 3-1 to SCHWEINEAIM Racing just a couple of hours ago.
Absolutely correct on that. And, well, here we go. It's another 1-2 lead for HOMYNOTSUN. They are looking stunning so far on Flip of Fate. Hey, the times, we won't mention them. They've not been as good as our previous match on this one, but they have been consistent, and consistency is king in the Challenger League. It always has been. It probably always will be. And HOMYNOTSUN right now, they are the team that has delivered consistently.
I think that king title may just have to go over to Feed at some point. This man has put up one of the best performances in one day I've ever seen. He clips. It doesn't matter. It's not an ace. But HOMYNOTSUN win the series. I can't believe that. Absolutely insane.
A performance from Enner and Feed. What a performance as well from Barbos and Ratchet. They pulled it out to 3-1. HOMYNOTSUN, their pull was just that little bit stronger. All the way back they come to a massive, a dominating 10-2 victory on Flip of Fate. Congratulations to HOMYNOTSUN, who are guaranteed to be in our playoffs for the Trackmania Challenger League Stage 1 in 2023.
Man, wow. What an eventful day of Trackmania. 3 teams guaranteed their place in the playoffs. We've seen 3 new world records, one of them tied. We've seen about 5 new Challenger League records as well, including those world records.
Including a 3-way tie on Slippy slides.
Yeah, including now we have 3 record holders, all with the exact same time of 1:11.304 on Slippy slides now. We're never topping this, guys. I hope you understand this. We're never going to do any better than this.
Yeah, I hope everyone had a great day on it. Let's run them through the current standings one more time, Twiggy. Starting at the top, alternate attacks are ahead of HOMYNOTSUN, are ahead of Sprout. Sprout are sitting in 3rd at the moment, purely based on game difference. Orcs GP Nualaoch is then in sole possession of 4th place with a 3-2 record. SCHWEINEAIM Racing after that devastating loss do sit on 2 and 3. And then BS Plus Competition, Exalty and Easy Dream are rounding out the bottom of the table. All of them sitting currently, disappointingly, on 1 and 4. 2 more days to play. We will be back